Hey, I'm this guy. I bought some of this on one of these with a couple of those on it to do, well, I don't really know. But I have lofty aspirations and little money. So I give you low budget, high desert. What's up and welcome back, water fans. I know it's been a while since we've had anything to drink, but I got something real special for you today. Come take a look. I haven't shown anything about the garden in a while, but look at it now. The potatoes, built up several times, reburied for high yield. The onions, looking real oniony. I found this jalapeno, and it is actually producing delicious peppers. Hope that keeps happening. Then I found a scraggly little watermelon plant for $5 at Home Depot. I figured, why not? It was just 2 leaves, and now look at it. Maybe we'll get a fruit. And then the last thing I did is make this enclosure for the windowsill peppers that I had been growing all winter. I put them in the ground, and what do you know? A bunny came along and ate almost all of them. So I put this fence around it, and now we are seeing if these guys will survive. So this is all well and good, and even looks like it might work, and I might get something out of it. If the jalapeno is any indication, I might actually be able to grow something and eat it this year. But this all requires a lot of water now, a lot more than I originally anticipated. Obviously, I'm growing potatoes in a desert, but whatever. The point is, I need more water, and I can't just keep bringing up jugs. So let me show you what I got in the truck right here. Bada boom. Look at that. Glorious water. It's a 46-gallon container. Seamless, polyurethane, whatever. But I can fill this up at work and bring it down here and not have to worry about having any problems with water. You can see these long lengths of hoses too. I bet you can tell where this is going. Let's move up the hill and I'll show you. So the garden area is right here, and up there I have this big old stock tank. So here's the stock tank. It has a hose fitting down there at the bottom. I made a little anti-chipmunk thing on it so they wouldn't come in here and die. Chipmunks love nothing more than to drown themselves. So this holds, what, 111 gallons, I think? And that'll be more than enough to water those plants down there. A cursory internet search shows that for every 10 feet of elevation you get with a water tank, you get about 4.5 psi. So, going from the spot where the garden is, I just measured uphill. How'd I measure? Well, it's really easy. I just took my trusty laser hat, stood at the garden, saw where the laser landed, and then moved up from there until I got, I don't know, about 16 feet of elevation. Really precise stuff. So all that's left is to get the water up to the stock tank, run a hose out of it, and then at that height it should provide enough PSI for me to water the garden and even run some automated things off of it, hopefully. But we got to get the water up there first. I have learned through much repetition that carrying water up a hill is a sucker's game, and I don't intend to do it anymore. What we got now is this little bastard right here. Look at that. Supposedly 95 feet of head pressure, so I can get it all the way to the top and then some. 25-ish feet of suck pressure, which is enough to get it out of the truck for sure. And then 35 gallons per minute. Obviously it'll be less because I've had to reduce it down to garden hose size, but it's a lot better than carrying it up the hill, assuming that it works. We'll see. Before all that though, I'm gonna take care of something else first. I don't really like how the stock tank is all shiny and stands out on the hill like that. So I'm going to paint it some more natural colors, and hopefully it won't look so jarring standing out like a sore thumb on the hill. Let's try some stick stencils. It actually doesn't look too bad, I think. More or less matches the background. Camouflages a little bit. I think I'll do the wood parts and then keep going on. So first, I'm gonna take this coupler, put it in here, and then put it on this so that I can have little spray control. And then we're going to take this end and stick it into the stock tank and then run the hose down. All right, in we go. Oh, good enough. And now down the hill to the garden. All right, there's that. Now we just got to do the part that's the hardest and the most dubious. So first, we got to put some oil in here. Next up, a little stabilized gasoline out of the super annoying safety tip gas can. All right, now I've got to attach the hoses and run them all the way up to the top and all the way to the truck. Okay, this one is running to the truck. This one is going up the hill. Now all I have to do is prime the pump and let it rip. I don't really know the mechanics behind it, but you have to add water to begin with for it to build pressure so that it can pump. We are closing in on the moment of truth. Pump primed, throttle on, choke set to start, and on. I think all I got to do now is let it rip and see if it pumps. There we go. Let's see if it works. Had to run up the hill, but look at that. We got pumpage, folks. We got bona fide pumpage. Well, now I think the next part is just sit here and watch this go down, and once it hits dry, turn the pump off. Woohoo! It appears I've already run into a problem. Turns out this little unit sucks so hard that it's collapsing the hose and severely restricting the intake when it's pressed flat. I don't really know what the solution is right now. I don't have a better hose to put in there, but I do want all the water put up there. Maybe I'll just dial back the throttle and hope it doesn't do that. All right, the minimum throttle appears to be working. The hose is no longer being smashed flat, so I'll just have a beer while I wait. All right, that's the whole tank. There's a teeny bit left at the bottom, but I'm not gonna sweat that. Let's go check up top now. All right, there you go. That's 46 gallons in the stock tank. Now you can see if the next part, the part this is all about, actually works. All right, the hose. Yes, it's working. Still coughing, but let's do it. Water those potatoes. Ah, I can't believe it. My calculations were perfect for once. Live, onions. Live. Just got to backflow what's left from the hose into a container because there is all of those gallons and all that water pressure. I don't want anything to go to waste. But yeah, it actually works. I'll be damned. The pump has been drained. The hoses have been put away. The garden has been watered. And I think I'll call it a day. If you liked all of that water pumping action, tune in next time for when I try an attempt to make it automated. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hey, get out of here. Come on. No lizards in the shot.